Hi, my name is Linsdau. I'm a polar explorer and motivational speaker. It's review day! Today I'm going to review the Morakniv Classic knife. Is this the best inexpensive adventure knife, the fixed blade possible? Let's find out. The Morakniv Classic adventure knife, the best inexpensive fixed sheath knife you could ever buy? I possibly think so. These things are so inexpensive. You can buy a tub of them, put them in your truck, your car, your boat, your house, your toolkit, wherever, and it would still be cheaper than some of the crazy bench-made zero-tolerance knives. Is it as good? I think so. So let me put this guy away just for a moment and tell you why I love this knife. See, when I was first researching knives years ago and starting to learn about knives, and I thought I knew a bit in the Boy Scouts, but as I've gone along, I've learned there's tons of varieties, anywhere from a spring-assisted zero tolerance down to a Morakniv knife, all the way down to like a basic paring knife, like this sort of guy, you know, nothing, you get this, I don't think they have it at the dollar store, but pretty close. You can buy it at any grocery store. So why did I buy this knife? So there's a guy named Cody Lundeen. You watch survival shows, you might know of him. He's that dude who was on Dual Survivor for a couple seasons. He would walk around like with no shoes. It was crazy. And you think, oh, that guy's a nutcase. He's kind of earthy looking. And this is one of the original knives that he started out with. And you think, geez, that dude looks like a kind of a rag. His knife looks cheap. It doesn't look sexy. How good could it possibly be? I'm here to tell you, really freaking solid. Now, this, check out the link below to the knife. You can see, click on it, maybe buy it. I mean, it's so cheap. It's totally worth a try. If you buy that and just put it in your truck or whatever you do. The nice thing about this knife, and I bought the version before they had the little finger guard. I definitely recommend the finger guard version. Click on the link below there. And by the way, to get to the link, you just hit that little arrow next to the video and you can get there. But there is like nothing to go wrong with this knife. It is carbon steel. You can see that printed, let's see, right there. Yeah, Morakniv, carbon steel. So it does mean that it does have the potential to rust. However, carbon steel usually retains its edge much longer than standard stainless steels. You have to get into the very exotic steels like the EL Max on the zero tolerance or 154 CM on a Benchmade. But carbon steel is like the gold standard. It can really take a beating. The carbon steel on my Becker BK7, I literally could take a stick, put this on, and beat this knife through something, and chances are it would survive. Now, the nice thing about this classic knife is the blade is actually really big for the knife size. Let me compare that to the Morakniv Craftline knife. This is another review. Check out the links below, and I'll show you the review. But you can see the classic knife versus the Craftline. This classic is much, much larger. So if you think you need a larger blade for whatever cutting, I'm thinking cutting plus hunting or whatever you might need a knife for. This guy is a really large blade, and with the new design with the finger guard on here, even better because it's very easy to slip and slash yourself. Now, in a hunting, adventure, outdoor capacity, you definitely want to avoid hacking yourself. That's why I got this. I should have got the one with the finger guard, but oh well. I still love this knife. Now, let me put that away. Let me show you the dimensions on the blade here and the knife overall. Just to give you an idea. So this is about the whole knife is about 8 1/4 inches long. The blade itself is 4 inches long, with just a little bit to spare. And the blade goes all the way to the handle, so you have a long, long cutting area. That's a huge advantage. And you'll notice an actual feature of the back of the knife is it's not ground. They actually leave that as kind of rough stock. And that way when you put your finger on there, there's just a little bit of roughness. So if you need to hold your thumb on and cut something and you feel your thumb sliding, you're like, oh, hey, I got to watch out. So that is super nice. You'll notice that this is a different stock blade design than a lot of other knives where my Spyderco is straight ground, my Remora is hollow ground. But this actually stock, they leave the knife blade completely solid until the final grind edge and then the polished sharp edge on this knife. Let me see if I can bring it up there just to show you. Yeah, see, it's a little bit different. And that actually makes this knife really, really strong, even compared to like my zero tolerance. Almost the entire stock of the blade is completely ground down and it gets thinner and thinner and thinner. Compare that to the Mora knife, which actually stays thick until the point where they have to grind down. So I would argue that because it's carbon steel can usually take a better beating than any type of stainless steel. And that's just nature of how it works. People will argue this and that, but my experience has been with battening and beating things. I've broken stainless steel knives before because I was doing that. I'm like, oh my gosh. So this guy really good. The sheath is just super, super basic. I mean, you can see it says Mora of Sweden. This is actually one of the knives that was issued to the Swedish military quite a while ago. I mean, they have new things now, but this guy, it's a friction grip, so just super simple, easy to toss in your toolkit. So let me show you how much this guy weighs, its cutting ability, why you might like it. So we'll zoom in here to the counter. Alrighty. And we'll get the scale going here. Alright. So this knife weighs 2.8 ounces. It's pretty light. You add the sheath to that, it's negligible. It's like 3.2 ounces. So it's crazy light. Yeah, see, no problem. For the gram people, 92 grams in the sheath, 78 out of the sheath. I mean, it's like nothing, no problem. So let me show you the cutting capability of this on a piece of cardboard. And I'll put the blade here and just give you a little slash and hack demonstration of how well this knife works. You put that, where are we? Right here. And I'll cut it with my left hand. And you just penetrate, pull, and let's see how it did. Did it cut through? Yeah, like no problem, easy peasy slice and dice. So far the cardboard cut test works incredibly well on that blade. I love my Mora. It's very deceptive, like, oh, what's that guy's cheap knife? Man, that thing stays crazy sharp. I use a sharpener, no problem. Also, just the polished finish they put on this thing, it's super, super slick. So if you need to stab a container, maybe you want to hack this container open, let's see how well it performs, all right? So I'm gonna push in there, you twist the tip a little bit, boom, it slides in so easy. You can see where the blade is there. I mean, easy penetration, no sticking. And when I pull this thing out, this and the other Mora knife are by far the best gliding in and out knives. So if you need to stab a particular container and slash it open with your knife instead of a box cutter, boy, you cannot go wrong with this guy. So the Mora knife, I have to highly recommend it. It's a classic, no problem, love it. Obviously, everybody has their different opinions, but I love this thing. I keep it in the truck and I never have to worry about it. And if it gets lost and it's inexpensive, it's no big deal. Buy a few. There's a link below on Amazon for this particular knife. Also has the belt loop, so can't complain. Check it out. Get the one with the finger guard though. Highly recommend it. I know that's a change they've made. My name is Aaron Linsdau. I'm a polar explorer and motivational speaker. Please like and comment on this video. I'll put links here for you, but just hit that little arrow next to the video and it expands all the links and you can see what's going on. Check out the link to this. Please Hit subscribe on my videos, hit the little alarm bell that will let you know what's going on my channel. Keeps you updated with travel, motivation, inspiration, product reviews. I do all sorts of stuff on this just to make it interesting for you. Also, slice down, add a comment, let me know how I'm doing my videos, and please support my channel on Venmo, PayPal, and Patreon. Thank you very much for watching.